Hi friends, in this video we are going to discuss about mock test of NISM Series 5A Mutual Fund Distributors exam. Actual exam pattern is test duration is 2 hours, exam fee 1500, total number of questions are 100, maximum marks 100 marks, pass marks is 50%, that is 50 marks, negative marks no negative, certificate validity is 3 years and where to register. This is the link to register for the exam. Let's start the mock test. First question. What is the primary difference between a focused fund and a flexi cap fund? Option A. Flexi cap funds are closed ended. Option B. Focused funds invest only in debt. Option C. Flexi cap funds invest in all market caps. Focused funds limit number of stocks. And option D. Focused funds only invest in large caps. Correct answer is option C. Flexi cap funds invest in all market caps. Focused funds limit number of stocks. SEBI restricts focused funds to a maximum of invest in only 30 stocks, while flexi cap funds have no such limit. Next question. In a systematic transfer plan, what happens? Option A. Units are automatically redeemed. Option B. Fixed amount is transferred from one scheme to another scheme. Option C. Capital gains are reinvested. And option D. Dividend is paid monthly. Correct answer is option B. Fixed amount is transferred from one scheme to another scheme. STP allows transferring a fixed amount from one scheme to another scheme at regular intervals. Next question. Who is legally responsible for appointing the AMC? Option A. SEBI. Option B. Trustees. Option C. Sponsor. And option D. AMFI. The correct answer is option B. Trustees. Trustees appoint the AMC to manage the mutual fund schemes and oversee its functioning. Next question. In which of the following year SEBI has abolished entry loads in all mutual fund schemes? Option A 2006, option B 2007, option C 2008 and option D 2009. Correct answer is option D 2009. Next question. What does a beta of 0.9 imply for a mutual fund? Option A. Fund is less volatile than market. Option B. Fund mimics index. Option C. Fund is more volatile than market. And option D. Fund returns are fixed. Correct answer is option A. Fund is less volatile than market. Beta less than 1 means the fund fluctuates less than the benchmark index. Next question. What is the key difference between the SIP and lump sum investment? Option A. SIP requires minimum 50,000. Option B. SIP benefits from rupee cost averaging. Option C. SIP is used only in debt funds. And option D. Lump sum always outperforms than SIP. Correct answer is option B. SIP benefits from rupee cost averaging. Next question. If a distributor fails to renew their ARN, then what is the consequence? Option A. Still allowed to sell funds for 3 months. Option B. Cannot distribute mutual funds. Option C. Can only sell direct plans. And option D. Can sell but won't get commission. Correct answer is option B. Cannot distribute mutual funds. ARN is mandatory for mutual fund selling. Expired ARN disqualifies the distributor. Next question. Trial commissions paid to distributors. Option A are included in NAV. Option B are part of scheme's expense ratio. Option C are paid separately by investors. And option D do not affect TER. Correct answer is option B are part of scheme's expense ratio. Distributor commissions are part of the total expense ratio deducted from scheme's assets. Next question. Which of the following is true about ETF trading? Option A. Units are issued only at NAV. Option B. Can be traded like stocks during market hours. Option C. Always carry exit load. And option D. Cannot be held in demat form. Correct answer is option B. Can be traded like stocks during market hours. ETFs are listed and traded on stock exchanges during the trading hours at market determined prices. Next question. An investor wants minimum interest rate sensitivity. Then, which of the following fund is ideal? Option A. Gilt fund. Option B. Corporate bond fund. Option C. Liquid fund. And option D. Long duration fund. Correct answer is option C. Liquid fund. These funds are invested in very short term instruments, that is less than 91 days, minimizing the interest rate risk. Next question. A mutual fund scheme has an opening NAV of 15 rupees. During the year, it pays a dividend of 2 rupees and its closing NAV is 17 rupees. Then what is the total return? Option A 10%, option B 13.33%, option C 20%, and option D 26.67%. Correct answer is option D 26.67. The total return formula is total value increase divided by opening NAV into 100. Then substitute your values. Then the total return is 26.67%. Next question. Under SEBI's guidelines, which of the following is the correct investor grievance redressal hierarchy? Option A. AMC to SEBI to trustee. Option B. Distributor to AMC to SEBI scores. Option C. SEBI scores to AMC to distributor. And option D. Fund manager to sponsor to AMFI. Correct answer is option B. Investor complaints are first handled by the distributor, then AMC. If unresolved, then go to SEBI through the scores platform. Next question. Which of the following type of mutual fund is required to invest at least 80% of its assets in a specific sector or theme? Option A. Balanced fund. Option B. Index fund. Option C. Sector or thematic fund. And option D. Equity savings fund. Correct answer is option C. Sector or thematic fund. Next question. Which type of mutual fund scheme is best suited for a retired investor seeking stable income? Option A. Liquid fund. Option B. Sectoral equity fund. Option C. Conservative hybrid fund. And option D. Value fund. Correct answer is option C. Conservative hybrid fund. These funds combine predominantly debt with some equity to generate stable income with limited volatility. Which of the following is true for equity oriented mutual funds? Option A. Minimum 80% in equity. Option B. Minimum 65% in equity. Option C. No minimum equity requirement. And option D. Only invest in listed stocks. Correct answer is option B. Minimum 65% in equity. Next question. Which of the following fund is most suitable for short-term parking of funds for 1 week? Option A. Equity fund. Option B. Balanced advantage fund. Option C. Dynamic bond fund. And option D. Liquid fund. Correct answer is option D. Liquid fund. These funds are invested in money market instruments with maturities up to 91 days. So, it is ideal for the short-term use. Next question. If an investor makes a switch from growth to dividend plan in the same scheme, it is treated as option A. No transaction. Option B. A transfer. Option C. redemption and fresh purchase, and option D, partial investment. Correct answer is option C, redemption and fresh purchase. For tax purposes, switching between plans is treated as redemption and a new investment. Next question. What is the primary document that contains detailed information about a mutual fund scheme? Option A, SID, Scheme Information Document. Option B, Statement of Account. Option C, Key Fact Statement. And option D, Summary Prospectus. Correct answer is option A, SID, Scheme Information Document. It contains investment objectives, strategy, risk, and other legal and financial information about a scheme. Next question. Which of the following tax applies to dividends received by investors from mutual funds? Option A, dividend is tax free. Option B, 10% DTT applies. Option C, LTCG at 20%. And option D, taxed as per income slab. Correct answer is option D, taxed as per income slab. After budget 2020, dividends from mutual funds are added to investors' income and taxed accordingly. Next question. A SIP of 3000 is invested monthly for 12 months if the fund value at the end of the year is 40,000. Then what is the approximate return? Option A 6.67, option B 10.5%, option C 11.11%, and option D 13.5%. Correct answer is option C 11.11%. Total investment is 36,000, gain is 4,000. Approximate return equal to gain divided by investment value into 100 equal to 11.11%. Next question. An investor has a moderate risk profile. Then which scheme would best suit them? Option A, sectoral fund. Option B, balanced advantage fund. Option C, thematic fund. And option D, small cap fund. Correct answer is option B, balanced advantage fund. These funds dynamically adjust asset allocation, balancing risk and return, suitable for moderate risk investors. Next question. Which of the following component is not included in the calculation of NAV? Option A, market value of securities. Option B, outstanding liabilities. Option C, issue price of units. And option D, accrued income. Correct answer is option C, issue price of units. NAV formula is assets minus liabilities divided by number of outstanding units. Issue price is not a component. Next question. Which of the following would not impact the NAV of a mutual fund scheme? Option A, redemption of units. Option B, change in market value of underlying securities. Option C, fund management expenses. And option D, purchase of new units at current NAV. Correct answer is option D, purchase of new units at current NAV. Next question. What is the cutoff time for submitting redemption request in equity funds? Option A 2 p.m. Option B 3 p.m. Option C 1 p.m. and option D 12:30 p.m. Correct answer is option B 3 p.m. For equity mutual funds, transactions submitted before 3 p.m. get same day NAV. Next question. What is the maximum number of securities allowed in a focused equity fund? Option A 20, option B 25, option C 30 and option D 50. Correct answer is option C 30. Next question. What is the tax rate for long-term capital gains on equity funds exceeding 1 lakh in a year? Option A 10%, option B 15%, option C 20% with indexation and option D 30%. Correct answer is option A 10% without indexation. Next question. Which of the following statement is true regarding the Independence of trustees. Option A, majority of trustees must be independent of the sponsor. Option B, all trustees must be sponsor employees. Option C, trustees must be SEBI officers. And option D, trustees are selected by the AMC. Correct answer is option A. SEBI requires majority of trustees to be independent, ensuring fair oversight. Next question. Which SEBI rule requires AMCs to disclose their scheme portfolios every month? Option A, SEBI Portfolio Disclosure Guidelines 2008. Option B, SEBI Circular on NAV Fairness 2016. Option C, SEBI Mutual Funds Regulations 1996. And option D, AMFI Circular on Transparency 2019. Correct answer is option C, SEBI Mutual Funds Regulations 1996. Next question. Which fund type is suitable for an investor with low risk appetite and less than 3 months origin? Option A, index fund. Option B, gilt fund. Option C, liquid fund. And option D, balanced advantage fund. Correct answer is option C, liquid fund. Next question. A mutual fund scheme charges 1.5% expense ratio if the AUM is 300 crore. Then what are the annual expenses? Option A 3 crore, option B 4.5 crore, option C 2.25 crore and option D 1.5 crore. Correct answer is option B 4.5 crore. Expense ratio formula is total expenses into average AUM. Next question. In a direct plan, which of the following is true? Option A, distributors receive upfront commission. Option B, TER is higher. Option C, investment is routed through brokers. And option D, no distributor commission is paid. Correct answer is option D. Direct plans eliminate distributor cost, resulting in lower expense ratio and better net returns. Next question. What is the Sharpe ratio used for? Option A, determining expense ratio. Option B, measuring tracking error. Option C, risk adjusted return comparison. And option D, return volatility. Correct answer is option C, risk adjusted return comparison. Next question. NAV is calculated by dividing option A, total liabilities by number of units. Option B, total assets by AMC capital. Option C, net assets by number of outstanding units. And option D, total AUM by TER. Correct answer is option C, net assets by number of outstanding units. Next question. A hybrid fund with 75% equity exposure is classified as option A, debt oriented hybrid fund. Option B, balanced advantage fund. Option C, aggressive hybrid fund. And option D, equity arbitrage fund. Correct answer is option C, aggressive hybrid fund. Next question. Who is the regulator of mutual funds in India? Option A, RBI. Option B, AMFI. Option C, SEBI. And option D, IRDAI. Correct answer is option C, SEBI. SEBI regulates mutual funds under the SEBI Mutual Fund Regulations 1996. Next question. A scheme is suitable for investors who seek capital appreciation through undervalued stocks. Which it is? Option A, index fund. Option B, value fund. Option C, liquid fund. And option D, arbitrage fund. Correct answer is option B. Value funds invest in stocks that are undervalued based on the fundamentals with long-term capital appreciation potential. Next question. An investor chooses dividend payout but no dividend is declared. What happens? Option A, NAV reduces anyway. Option B, units get auto-redeemed. Option C, units stay invested and NAV accumulates. And option D, scheme closes for new investment. Correct answer is option C, units stay invested and NAV accumulates. If dividend isn't declared, the scheme functions like a growth plan, with NAV accumulation. Next question. What is the primary legal difference between a mutual fund and direct investment in securities? Option A. Mutual fund offers higher returns. Option B. It provides better tax benefits. Option C. It operates through a trust structure. And option D. It avoids SEBI regulations. Correct answer is option C. Mutual funds operates through a trust structure. Next question. Which of the following is not an advantage of mutual funds? Option A. Liquidity. Option B. Diversification. Option C. Professional management. And option D. Guaranteed return. Correct answer is option D. Guaranteed return. Next question. An investor redeems 2 lakh from a scheme with a 1% exit load. Then how much he will receive? Option A 1,98,000, option B 1,99,000, option C 2 lakh and option D 2 lakh 1,000. Correct answer is option A 1,98,000. 1% of 2 lakh is 2,000 rupees. So redemption amount 2 lakh minus 2,000 equal to 1,98,000. Next question. If a debt fund is held for 15 months, then the gain is taxed as option A long-term capital gain, option B short-term capital gain as per slab, option C exempt and option D 10% with indexation. Correct answer is option B short-term capital gain as per slab. Debt funds held less than 36 months then attract short-term capital gain tax at individual's income slab rate. Next question. What is the typical lock-in period for ELSS schemes? Option A 2 years, option B 3 years, option C 5 years and option D 7 years. Correct answer is option B 3 years. Next question. In which of the following fund type is interest rate risk is highest? Option A overnight fund, option B gilt fund, option C equity fund and option D short duration fund. Correct answer is option B gilt fund. Gilt funds are invested in long-term government securities which are very sensitive to interest rate changes. Next question. What does an expense ratio of 2% imply? Option A. Investors pay 2% as tax. Option B. 2% of AUM goes toward fund expenses annually. Option C. 2% is the fund manager's salary. And option D. Fund pays 2% penalty to SEBI. Correct answer is option B. Expense ratio reflects annual expenses expressed as a percentage of the fund's average AUM. Next question. A mutual fund investor receives a capital gain of 1.25 lakh from equity fund redemptions. How much is the taxable? Option A 1,25,000, option B 1 lakh, option C 25,000 and option D 0. Correct answer is option C 25,000. Long-term capital gain on equity funds is exempt up to 1 lakh. So tax is 10% on excess, that is 25,000 is the taxable. Which of the following document is legally binding and defines the duties of the mutual fund sponsor and trustees? Option A SID, option B offer document, option C SAI and option D trust deed. Correct answer is option D. Trust deed is a registered legal document under which mutual fund operations are governed. Next question. The SEBI mutual funds regulations were first introduced in option A 1992, option B 1996, option C 1999 and option D 2001. Correct answer is option B 1996. SEBI introduced the mutual funds regulations in 1996 to provide comprehensive guidelines. Next question. A scheme with a high standard deviation indicates option A consistent returns, option B high volatility, option C lower expense ratio and option D poor NAV calculation. Correct answer is Option B, high volatility. Next question. Which of these investor services is not offered by RTAs? Option A, updating bank details. Option B, change of address. Option C, portfolio rebalancing advising. And option D, statement of account issuance. Correct answer is option C, portfolio rebalancing advice. Next question. An investor receives 50,000 as a capital gains on an equity fund held for 2 years. Then what is the tax is payable? Option A 0, option B 5,000, option C 10,000 and option D 7,500. Correct answer is option A 0. Next question. Which of the following risk is not associated with the debt funds? Option A credit risk, option B duration risk, option C reinvestment risk and option D equity risk. Correct answer is option D equity risk. Debt funds do not invest in equities, hence they are not exposed to equity markets. Next question. Which of the following does not determine a fund's NAV? Option A funds asset prices, option B expense ratio, option C exit load and option D accrued interest. Correct answer is option C exit load. It is deducted from the redemption proceeds, not from the NAV calculation. Next question. Which of the following is not required during mutual fund KYC? Option A PAN, option B signature, option C bank account details and option D Demat account. Correct answer is option D Demat account. Next question. Which of the following metric shows the return per unit of total risk? Option A alpha, option B beta, option C standard deviation and option D Sharpe ratio. Correct answer is option D Sharpe ratio. Sharpe ratio formula is return minus risk-free rate divided by standard deviation. It indicates the risk-adjusted performance. Next question. The fund manager of a large cap scheme invests 45% in mid caps. What does this violate? Option A SEBI performance norms, option B fund manager ethics, option C asset allocation mandate and option D NAV disclosure guidelines. Correct answer is option C asset allocation mandate. Large cap funds must invest minimum 80% in large cap stocks and investing 45% in mid caps breaches the limit. Next question. What is the purpose of a key fact statement? Option A promote AMC brand, option B record broker commission, option C provide snapshot of key scheme info, option D declare SEBI policy. Option C provide snapshot of key scheme info. It provides summary details such as investment objective, risk-o-meter, asset allocation, etc. for easy investor understanding. Next question. Under SEBI rules, who certifies the compliance of mutual fund schemes? Option A fund manager, option B distributor, option C AMC compliance officer and option D investor grievance officer. Correct answer is option C AMC compliance officer. Next question. Mutual fund units in physical mode can be dematerialized through option A AMFI portal, option B RTA office only, option C depository participant and option D fund manager. Correct answer is option C depository participant. Investors must request conversation through their DP by submitting necessary forms and proofs. Next question. An investor wants to transfer 10,000 monthly from a debt fund to equity fund. Which route applies? Option A SWP, option B dividend payout, option C STP and option D SIP. Correct answer is option C Systematic transfer plan allows moving funds from one scheme to another at fixed intervals. Next question. NAV of a mutual fund scheme is 28 rupees. Total expense ratio TER is 2.25%. Then what is the expense per unit? Option A 54 paisa, option B 63 paisa, option C 72 paisa and option D 84 paisa. Correct answer is option B 63 paisa. Expense per unit formula is total expense ratio divided by 100 into NAV. TER is 2.25% of 28 is 63 paisa. Next question. What is the riskometer level of a small cap fund typically? Option A low, option B moderately low, option C moderately high and option D very high. Correct answer is option D very high. Next question. An investor switches 1 lakh from a debt fund to an equity fund after 18 months. Then what is the tax treatment is applicable? Option A no tax applies. Option B LTCG at 10%. Option C STCG as per slab and option D tax free after 1 year. Correct answer is option C STCG as per slab. Next question. A balanced advantage fund dynamically adjusts between option A debt and cash, option B equity and debt, option C equity and derivatives and option D arbitrage and commodities. Option B equity and debt. It shifts allocation between the equity and debt based on market conditions and valuation models. Next question. Under the advertisement code, any past performance shown must cover at least option A 3 months, option B 6 months, option C 1 year and option D 3 years. Correct answer is option D 3 years. Next question. What is the minimum capital requirement for a mutual fund sponsor? Option A 5 crore, option B 10 crore, option C 20 crore and option D 50 crore. Correct answer is option B 10 crore. Next question. A scheme with alpha minus 0.6% indicates option A underperformance, option B outperformance, option C high returns and option D passive indexing. Correct answer is option A underperformance. Negative alpha suggests fund underperformed relative to the benchmark. Next question. Which of these investor types is not eligible for tax deduction under ELSS? Option A individual resident, option B Hindu undivided family, option C non-resident individual and option D partnership firm. Correct answer is option D partnership firm. Next question. In which of the following scheme does the fund manager have no discretion in selecting stocks? Option A value fund, option B index fund, option C focused fund and option D flexi cap fund. Correct answer is option B index fund. These funds are passively replicate a benchmark. The fund manager does not select the stocks actively. Next question. A debt fund's yield increases due to which of the following? Option A fall in bond prices, option B decrease in NAV, option C increase in interest rates and option D all of the above. Correct answer is option D all of the above. Next question. What is the time settlement for mutual fund redemptions in equity schemes? Option A T plus 0, option B T plus 1, option C T plus 2 and option D T plus 3. Correct answer is option B T plus 1. Equity mutual fund redemptions are settled on T plus 1 basis as per SEBI's new settlement norms. Next question. If a fund's expense ratio is reduced from 2.5% to 1.5%, what is the most direct impact? Option A, NAV decreases. Option B, returns improve. Option C, liquidity reduces. And option D, exit load increases. Correct answer is option B, returns improve. Lower TER means fewer expenses are charged to the scheme, leading to higher returns for investors. Next question. NAV of a mutual fund scheme is 50 rupees. An investor wants to invest 5,000. Entry load is 0%. How many units are allotted? Option A 99, option B 100, and option C 101, and option D cannot be determined. Option B 100. Units equal to investment amount, that is 5,000 divided by NAV of a scheme 50 rupees equal to 100 units. Next question. What is the risk of investing in a credit risk fund? Option A, loss due to bond default. Option B, tax rate higher rates. Option C, no return fluctuation. And option D, NAV remains constant. Correct answer is option A, loss due to bond default. Credit risk funds invest in lower rated instruments, increasing default probability. Next question. What is the regulatory body that issues ARN for mutual fund distributors? Option A, SEBI. Option B, AMFI. Option C, RBI. And option D, NSE. Correct answer is option B, AMFI. ARN full form is AMFI registration number, is issued by the AMFI to certified distributors who pass the NISM 5A mutual fund distributors exam. Next question. What does exit load discourage? Option A, switching from dividend to growth. Option B, early redemption. Option C, SIP investments. And option D, direct plan investments. Correct answer is option B, early redemption. Exit loads penalize investors for redeeming before a minimum holding period. Next question. A fund shows consistent alpha of 1% over 3 years. What does this indicate? Option A, lower expense ratio. Option B, index tracking. Option C, outperformance versus benchmark. And option D, less volatility. Correct answer is option C, outperformance versus benchmark. It measures excess return over benchmark. Consistently, positive alpha shows superior performance of the scheme. Next question. A retail investor wants automatic redemption at fixed intervals. Then, which of the following plan fits? Option A, SIP. Option B, STP. Option C, SWP. And option D, dividend payout. Correct answer is option C. Systematic withdrawal plan allows scheduled withdrawals providing periodic income. Next question. ELSS scheme investment is made on 15 July 2023 when it is eligible for redemption. Option A, 14 July 2024. Option B, 15 July 2026. Option C, 15 July 2025. And option D, 31st March 2026. Correct answer is option B, 15 July 2026. Next question. Which parameter is most useful in assessing a fund's volatility? Option A, expense ratio. Option B, alpha. Option C, SIP. And option D, standard deviation. Correct answer is option D. Standard deviation quantifies how much fund returns deviate from the mean, a direct measure of volatility. Next question. A customer completes a KYC form but omits their PAN. Then what happens? Option A, application is rejected. Option B, higher TDS is deducted. Option C, investment is processed with conditions. And option D, units are allotted at NAV plus load. Correct answer is option A, application is rejected because PAN is mandatory under SEBI rules. Transactions are not allowed without a valid KYC. Next question. Which of the following schemes is most volatile? Option A, short duration debt fund. Option B, large cap equity fund. Option C, sectoral fund. And option D, liquid fund. Correct answer is option C, sectoral fund. It concentrates in a single industry and carry high volatility. Next question. NAV equal to 100 rupees. Exit load is 1%. Then what price does the investor receive per unit on redemption? Option A 100, option B 99, option C 98 and option D 101. Correct answer is option B 99. Redemption value equal to NAV minus exit load percentage of NAV. That is 1% of NAV equal to 100 minus 1 equal to 99 rupees. Next question. A fund is benchmarked against Nifty 100 and consistently outperforms. Which metric proves this? Option A standard deviation, option B alpha, option C beta and option D TER. Correct answer is option B alpha. It indicates fund's performance related to its benchmark adjusted for risk. Next question. Which of the following fund has minimum interest rate risk? Option A gilt fund, option B long duration fund, option C liquid fund and option D corporate bond fund. Correct answer is option C liquid fund. Short maturity instruments, that is less than 91 days in liquid funds, reduce interest rate risk. Next question. Who is the beneficial owner in mutual fund? Option A unit holder, option B distributor, option C AMC and option D fund manager. The correct answer is option A unit holder. Next question. What happens when a minor investor turns 18? Option A units are auto-renew, option B nominee becomes legal holder, option C KYC and account conversion is mandatory and option D nothing changes. Correct answer is option C KYC and account conversion is mandatory. The minor must complete KYC and update records to continue operations. Next question. In which of the following plan our commissions are not paid to intermediaries? Option A regular plan, option B direct plan, option C dividend plan and option D growth plan. Correct answer is option B direct plan. Next question. A customer uses MF Utilities platform. Then what is the key benefit? Option A redemption only, option B transact across multiple AMCs with one firm, option C access only equity schemes and option D receive physical SOS. Correct answer is option B transact across multiple AMCs with one firm. Next question. Recency bias can cause investors to option A always diversify, option B avoid emotional decisions, option C focus only on recent performance and option D choose long-term plans. Correct answer is option C focus only on recent performance. This bias leads to overvaluing recent trends and ignoring long-term fundamentals. Next question. Redemption proceeds must be dispatched within option A T plus 2 business days, option B 7 calendar days, option C 1 day and option D 3 business days. Correct answer is option D 3 business days. SEBI mandates AMCs to credit redemption amounts within 3 business days. Next question. A mutual fund's TER is 1.8%. If the AUM is 200 crore, what is the annual expense? Option A 2 crore, option B 2.8 crore, option C 3.6 crore and option D 4 crore. Correct answer is option C 3.6 crore. Annual expense equal to TER into AUM. 1.8% of 200 crore equal to 3.6 crore. Next question. A small cap fund is suitable for which kind of investor? Option A high risk appetite and long term view, option B retired person needing regular income, option C, tax-free dividend seekers, and option D, ultra-conservative investors. Correct answer is option A, high risk appetite and long-term view. Small cap funds are highly volatile and best suited for aggressive investors with patience. Next question. Who certifies and signs off on compliance reports in a mutual fund? Option A, trustee, option B, fund manager, option C, sponsor, and option D, AMC's compliance officer. Correct answer is option D, AMC's compliance officer. This officer ensures internal checks and certifies compliance with SEBI and regulatory norms. Next question. A hybrid fund invests 30% in equity and 70% is in debt. It classified as option A, conservative hybrid, option B, arbitrage, option C, aggressive hybrid, and option D, equity fund. Correct answer is option A, conservative hybrid. These funds invest predominantly in debt greater than 65% and up to 35% in equity. Next question. Redemption request submitted after 3 p.m. is processed at option A, same day NAV, option B, previous day NAV, option C, next day, and option D, next business day NAV. Correct answer is option D, next business day NAV. Cutoff time for equity redemption is 3 p.m. Request post that are processed at next day NAV. Next question. What is the main goal of a dividend reinvestment plan? Option A, reduce tax. Option B, provide regular income. Option C, buy more units at NAV. And option D, avoid exit loads. Correct answer is option C, buy more units at NAV. Instead of paying out cash, this dividend is used to purchase more units at prevailing NAV. Next question. Which of the following is not a mutual fund cost? Option A, entry load, option B, exit load, option C, switching charge, and option D, income tax on gain. Correct answer is option D, income tax on gain. Next question. Which of the following is the best approach to compare similar mutual fund schemes? Option A, fast returns, volatility and alpha. Option B, highest expense ratio. Option C, highest NAV. And option D, short-term gains only. Correct answer is option A, past returns, volatility and alpha. Holistic comparison includes returns, risk and value addition by fund manager. Next question. A mutual fund distributor violates the code of conduct severely. What action can be AMFI can take? Option A, issue a show cause notice. Option B, immediate disqualification from selling funds. Option C, report to SEBI. And option D, all of the above. Correct answer is option D, all of the above. AMFI can issue notices, suspend ARN and even escalate to SEBI. Next question. On redemption, an investor receives 13,860 for 500 units. What is the NAV if exit load is 1%? Option A, 28, option B, 27.5, option C, 29, and option D, 26.8. Correct answer is option A, 28. Here is the explanation for the NAV per unit. First, calculate the total value of the units before the exit load. Let's X be the total value of the units before the exit load. The exit load is 1% of the total value is 0.01x. The redemption amount is the total value minus exit load. That is x minus 0.01x equal to 13,860. Then simplify the equation, x equal to 14,000. So the total value of the funds is 14,000 and the number of units is 500. The NAV per unit is total value divided by number of units. So NAV per unit is the 28 rupees. Thank you for watching my video. Please subscribe for more videos.